This is it, ladies and gentlemen, the grand finals here at ESL 1 Birmingham 2018. Optic Gaming going up against Virtus Pro. I'm ODPixel. I am going to be joined by Fogged for this best of 5 between these two. Fogged, this is going to be a fantastic series, and already we're seeing a bit of fun off the draft. We've got a Sven. This is a hero. Lots of teams, they're ignoring. VP's picked it up, and there's every reason to be scared of the VP, Sven.
I've talked to so many teams about this here, and people are like, man, you see PL, you see these games, you're like, conceptually, on paper, Sven looks fantastic.
But what's the problem?
But it's a Sven. You're very ulti-reliant. You pretty much have to be super far ahead in the game. You have to hit jungle creeps. You have to be able to farm Ancients and get those stacks constantly. Maybe similar to something like that with DOTA or something, but DOTA doesn't have to pop ult to farm those Ancients early on. That's where Sven can get punished. And in the laning phase, Sven's lane presence isn't really the strongest. We'll see if VP can make it go down. I don't even know what I'm most excited for in this game, though. The chat wheel spam, the tips, crazy plays. I don't know.
It's certainly going to be a lot going on, and it's sort of the rest of the draft that VP have. There's some scary sort of hero play combinations. We've got Solo, Disruptor, no on DP. We've seen it do so much. And of course, the last time Optic and VP went against each other, it didn't go too great for Optic.
He's getting pressured a bit here.
Like chasing down.
With that Orb of Venom, too.
Going to continue for this. Can they finish off the kill? Turn with a quick stun onto PyCat. PyCat now turning his attention towards Solo, but not looking to chase any further. So Solo and Ramses will get themselves away, but we'll see how these lanes do settle off. So at the moment, PyCat taking the PL down to the bottom lane, so we can go up against Solo and Ramses on this Disruptor Sven. Is either of the sides, you feel, in your opinion, have they got sort of a really sort of strong lane that's going to make the other team suffer?
Oh, the Lesh PL is probably a little bit stronger. Disruptor, there's going to be like similar spamming kind of things, but I would believe that the PL Lesh have a little bit more power just because of the mana pool of this Lesh. You have the Orb of Venom, you're going to be throwing out a little bit more harassment too, and yeah, just your base mana pool. It's 80 mana cost for Lightning Storm comparison to 130 for the Disruptor, so you should be able to out-efficiency them overall. Top lane, is the pull available? It will be, but Pasha blocks it right away, so I do believe the Sand King of Skyrest should be able to apply a decent amount of pressure up here at the start. So Roger has to be careful with his positioning, though. And mid is, it's a DK versus DP, so.
We've seen this many times before. And we'll see how both Noan and CCNC fare off in this 1v1 matchup. As we can imagine, sort of for the first at least 5 minutes, we're not like to see too many movements from the side lanes, as both teams just having to prioritize securing farm for their side lane cores.
Yep. So this Visage, if Visage gets pretty out of control in this game, which they're setting up 33, and they tend to set up 33 for these type of games when he's playing it, he has a lot of kill options on these very squishy supports. Disruptor and Skywrath do not have fun versus Zero. Solo eating quite a lot of harassment bottom, as we've expected.
Stun from Zai.
He's got the Mango too.
He's bringing it down low, looking for Solo. He's going to need a couple more touches and you're not going to get it because Ramses is there with the stun. Zai does have to be careful. He's trapped in by the kinetic field, and Ramses is going to be able to get it. They turn it around VP and get themselves first blood for Ramses in the safe lane.
Solo had the stick charges saved up. He was kind of baiting Zai in there. Zai oversteps his bounce a bit too much with that creep wave on him.
And so it begins as well. Ramses dropping Zai the tip.
Yep.
First blood. Zai straight back to lane. Same time up top. Two-man Burrow Strike from Pasha coming out to hold back 33 and PPD as they were trying to make a bit of a go onto Roger. Looking at the CFs, 33, 6'2". This top lane between both 33 and Pasha, pretty much the lane where the least farming is going on because of how aggressive the two supports are, enabling one another's cause.
It's smart to have the Visage up here. You know, if you have a PL up there, you're going to get constantly harassed by the Caustic, Visage, Rubik, double-ranged heroes. They can distance themselves from that and not eat as much harass. Solo finds himself a regen rune. That's fortunate.
Can stick around. Quickly looks to disrupt the side pull attempt here from Zai.
Look how well
strike.
Look how good CCNC doing mid versus the Death Prophet too.
Yeah, 18 for 4 against no one's 14 for 2.
Yeah. Very close matchup.
Top lane 33 though, Pasha. Roger gets in for one. They may even be able to see if they can look for another. Same time down bottom, PyCat trying to find for Solo. Again the stun from Ramses, holding back Zai. Solo hiding beneath the trees. He's going to be fine. Top lane PPD will go down as Roger gets the final touch. Bottom lane, no one to die. Solo is kept alive. Again, Ramses using these stuns very nicely to disrupt the spell combo that Zai tries to get out.
They're doing a pretty good job bottom. PL still farming, so is Sven. They're trading at those resources back and forth. And the pressure, I mean, Sand King, Skywrath still applies a crazy amount of top. Pasha now getting gone on while he's alone.
He has got the Mango and a Burrow Strike available.
He can distance himself. Will be all right. So now Roger's gonna go back to base, pick up another null, and this is where he's got way more mana. They can constantly throw out this harassment. This is the build that we've seen from these Skyrise. Is you pretty much rush the Veil as quick as you can. You probably skip the boots if you can get it early enough. They have very good benefits too from that Veil. Disruptor Sanking could really apply a lot of pressure if he gets it at an early time. But this is the Roger that we see a lot of the times. It hits nighttime, and he usually likes to guarantee no one's lane. They try to get him a kill early on.
And as we saw, as we said, CCNC was getting a little bit ahead in that lane, so if VP can sort of make sure that no one's able to get that advantage once more.
Yeah, I think this is like, I see Roger do this so much though. It's like that form anyway. Sometimes he has a ward too, or Solo passes him a ward. He goes in places and tries to gank Ramses. Jumping a bit low there, the tower. Oh, look at that. Solo drops a branch for him to eat it. Some teamwork.
And that is, well, we've still got, 2 tangos on Solo, but Ramses himself out of regen.
Yep.
Good to play a little bit careful. Top lane, Pasha. Looking to go onto PPD is Roger. He's headed up back towards the top, looking towards PPD. Telekinesis onto Pasha. Return with a Fade Bolt. Hold back the 2 of them, but still, they get the aggro at the creeps. They're able to pull them around, continues to get that farm for Pasha as they look to sort of chase up with the Sand King. Mid lane, no one. Forcing CCNC back away from the creep wave with the Siphon.
Let those bounty runes go. It looks like, what, 3 for VP? 3 bounties for VP.
Still just this early kill advantage, 3 for 0. Optic Gaming still yet to find a kill themselves, despite their best efforts down bottom with this Phantom Lancer Leshrac.
Yeah, for the most part, their top and mid matchups, it's mostly when they hit level 6 when they can make aggressive moves. And speaking of that, CCNC is 6 already now, and PPD trying to close the gap too.
Yeah.
Got a Fade Bolt, but it's not enough.
Can't quite get close enough. No one will be able to walk himself away. Bottom lane, Ramses. The siege creep now starting to apply a bit more pressure.
33, getting chased up top a bit here. They got the slow, but he's able to tango his way through. He'll be just fine.
Decide to TP over as well. See if they can find Roger. Roger did come in deep, looking to see if he could get the wrap around. They'll know he's there as he starts to hit away at the courier. Courier should be fine as they can protect him at the same time. Bit of damage being done mid, as you can see, by the push from the CCNC Dragon Knight. Top Pasha does come across. PPD's still there, so Optic, they have the numbers. Zai with the burst onto Roger, they'll get it. With the soul assumption from 33, Zai still alive for now. Pasha, can he quite finish this one off? He can't stick around for it, so Zai will live. Optic Gaming themselves, getting a kill.
Good rotation.
And look at the damage being done in the mid lane. CCNC doing a hell of a lot here. Roger is going to come forward, but CCNC, he TP'd straight out, but a great usage there with the Dragon Form and that DD. He nearly takes the entirety of that mid tower.
It's in deny range. They're going to have to deny this for VP.
So at least able to stop the goal going that way, but still, nonetheless, that's a very early timing to take that mid tier 1.
Very well played by CCNC. I mean, winning that mid matchup, also being able to take the tower this early on. His tower is pretty much untouched, only 24 HP missing, and they're looking to stay active on Optic too. They want to go bottom, try to punish this Ramses Sven. They don't want him to get a good start, and he's doing pretty damn well bottom. He's able to farm pretty nicely.
Roger will show himself towards mid. CCNC lets him know that he's aware that he's there.
Oh, Solo walks right by them.
See PPD starting to play around Zai. Can he quite close the gap? He does get the lightning slow. Solo pops the kinetic field down to trap them back. They can't continue to chase. No one also heads over as well. Peter will get the ward down. It's this time that they are sort of drawing no one's attention away from that mid lane. No one is hunting, but PPD's high. Solo, stun from Zai, is going to miss him, but Solo's incredibly low here, and he's going to just get zapped down by PPD. Roger and Ramses there coming across, though, to put a stop to Optic's presence in their jungle. As they will take Zai, so the support for support trade.
Important that Optic gets this early ward down so they can watch those ancient stacks. As you see, Roger's probably going to go start those stacks for the Sven early on, so they'll be able to contest those if they would like to. And with Visage and Dragon Knight, they could have options to actually pierce through and take fights around that ancient area. They just have to watch out about Death Prophet. That's the big thing. Watch out for DP ulti and Disruptor ulti, because those type of choke points are very scary. Roger.
It's been founded. They've got a lot of burst between the two of them. It'll slow down PPD. There is an invis room, but Zai denies it. Doesn't look like they'll get the kill, though, because no one. He's coming forward. Quick Ancient Seal onto Zai. Pycat does manage to finish off Roger. Comes in with a quick Spirit Lance. Can they chase for more again? Solo, he's there with the kinetic field. Pycat will doppelganger himself away and does have the backup of his teammates to make sure he's fine. But Optic starting to react and starting to get some kills themselves out of these plays.
Lots of moves around the map already. Pasha up top with 33. He's got Epi, but there's birds on the side. The stuns are not available, though.
He's already used them. So 33's got no way to stop the epicenter as Pasha's just able to walk in and take the kill.
This time Roger moving up top at the perfect time, knowing that those bird stuns will cool down. And he looks like he's going actually Atos on Roger. So instead of rushing that Veil, he's got the double no, but the double no, double bracer build on Sky.
Ramsey's farm down bottom, still looking very, very good on this Sven. He's top net worth.
Yep.
Despite that pressure that was being attempted to be applied by Optic with the Pycat PL and the Zai Leshrak. Top lane, Roger again, pretty deep Zai. He's got the setup, allowing 33 to close the gap, and that'll be Roger caught out.
Optic making the move down bottom. They want to try to get Ramses here.
See if they can close the gap. Pycat looking for that Spirit Lance. He's got the rush forward. Ramsey's going into the trees, and TPs are heading down. They really want to try for this because Ramsey
doubled in.
He's going to look to turn. He's got the God Strength. Just starts hitting into Pycat and Optic. They dove a little too far.
I knew that tip was coming right there. When he doppeled in that aggressively, I was expecting some TP rotations. No one does make the move. Now with that exorcism, they're going to try to threaten the tower themselves. CCNC staying near the area, 33 out. Also able to now pressure up top a bit here. So VP will have to respond up there. And it looks like VP, instead of even going for even tower pressure, they prioritize bounty runes. No one goes there with the exorcism just to make sure his team gets it. And four bounties. So far, 7 bounty runes collected for VP in the last 10 minutes.
I mean, it's adding up as we can see 10 minutes in. It's a 2 to 3K lead for VP.
Pasha almost has Blink Dagger finished on this Sanking already. That's going to be really crucial because they didn't really have the vision that we usually see for the Disruptor to get those glimpses off constantly. So now they're going to have an early Blink Dagger on Sanking. So they're going to be able to look for trying to get those chases and kills. Optic making the move down bottom with that DK. They will be able to get their own tower pressure. So they are putting more objective pressure on the side of Optic while VP is just securing the lanes. And I mean, they're in a comfortable spot with this 2K lead. And they have those ancient stacks already, as we were touching on, for the Sven, and Ramses will begin them already.
Picks up the Mask of Madness. He's ready to farm them very quickly. But as we also mentioned, there is that vision around there. So we'll see if Optic Gaming are able to do anything to disrupt it. Top lane, coming in onto 33. They have the Ancient Seal. He's going to look to stun back to them with the Familiars, but Ramses is there. 33 tries to TP out. He's not going to make it. The damage, too much there from Ramses.
They want the birds.
And with that strike, they'll get one of them.
Get one, yep.
Asher setting up for that, and with Ramses coming up here, they themselves can try for this tier 1 tower. So pushing top.
Look how they prioritize. They really want to make sure that they're not falling so far behind in buildings. They're trying to match the aggression. So he tries to stack the Ancients, but right away TP's top because he's like, I want to be involved. You need to start putting pressure on because we don't want to fall behind in towers too much this game. You look at Optic's draft, and they are all about hitting the towers.
Pasha sort of playing around with Pycat. That Pycat was trying to dive for the kill, but of course Pasha with the Sandstorm
Trying to get the glimpse.
was always going to be fine.
Doppel still, so they're trying to bait the Doppel out.
Can he get his way out of this one? He's going to jump forward. Solo, can he get the right one? Yes, he can. He's got the correct target. He'll try and Phantom Rush himself away, but Roger's there with a Mystic Flare as Pycat punished for going a little too far out on that bottom lane, trying to play around with Pasha, but Pasha just willingly baits him in.
Yep, and the nice small little interaction there is, Spirit Siphon continues even if you Doppel, so they knew exactly which one was that real one. And playing the PL in this game, you look at it, sure, there's some AoE amounts. He could have a decent game, but one thing you can't really overlook is Skyrath's silence versus PL. He's not going to have a Manta or anything for a long, long time. So that silence, if he can find the real one, you can't get rid of it.
And he doesn't really have heroes around him that have any sort of save. There's nothing sort of innate that they can do to keep heroes off him. Sure, like the Familiar stuns and such are nice, but in terms of sort of a reliable safety mechanism from Optic Gaming, it's not there for Pycat's PL.
Yep. Ramses cleans up those Ancients while no one is hitting the mid tower. Pretty much has it finished down now.
PPD, he's hanging around here, but he could be in a lot of trouble. Silence for no one catches him. They get the glimpse back as well as PPD will be taken away as VP are able to secure that last hit onto the tier 1 tower mid. Same time top, CCNC and 33 pushing on. Pasha, he'll leave this one. The rest of the team not going to come in, so Optic will find the trade.
CCNC is playing super objective. Like, he has gone to all 3 lanes by the 13-minute mark and hit all those towers, taking them out nice and early on. Going to be rushing that Blink Dagger so they have their own form of initiation because they don't have that on Optic. That's what they're lacking because they didn't pick that. They don't pick these standard offlaners a lot of the time. They've got a Visage and a PL and a Dragon Knight. So DK, he has to be the initiator in this game.
And over they go, under the cover of smoke. Ready to make the play with the exorcism. CCNC, he's going to be found out here. There's the first challenge from the Ancient Seal. Kinetic Field's down as well as the Mystic Flare. It's just so much magical damage. CCNC will fall. 33 comes across, maybe able to take down Roger in return, and he has the army moving in. Static Storms drop down. There's Pasha in with the Burrow Strike, Epicenter. They just melt. Double kill for no one. There's 3 dead on Optic Gaming, as PPD and PyCat can only stand at the sidelines and watch.
And during all this, Ramses is just like, hey guys, I'm farming down bottom, level 11.
It's a free farming, Sven.
It's 5k gold advantage. The movements by VP are just perfect in response. Getting all these like early bounty runes. Look at their wards too in this game. Look how deep they placed them so early on. I don't even know when the hell they did that one.
Absolutely, I mean, this team, we saw them during the draft and coming on, they just look so confident. The smiles amongst them coming into this series. VP is such a terrifying team to play against, and we're seeing why already in these opening 14 minutes of this best of 5 grand finals. A significant lead and making play after play that is certainly showing why they are the best in the world. Right?
Yeah, it's really remarkable how fast they collapse and outnumber you. And now top, Peter, PPD tries to defend this tower, quick stun, quick kill for no one. Yeah, it seems like every single time, even on the opposite side of the map, Optic's like, oh, we've got 3, and VP's like, well, we've got 4. You gotta bring more. But they are playing the very objective route, like we were saying. Even 33 now makes his way toward bottom. He wants to sit behind the PL, try to pressure those lanes. Now CCNC, Optic's getting at least a couple of these bounties this time around.
So what's Optic's sort of best hope in terms of coming back into this after a sort of tough laning stage? Do we need to see them go for some more aggressive smoke plays in order to try and find these pickoffs, try and punish the fact that Ramses is getting the chance to be alone and farming on the Sven?
They have to play pretty much as 4. I think PyCat has to play as this farmer this game, and his team needs to make tons of plays with 33, just like this. They need to be piercing like the backlines, killing these supports easily and picking them off.
They've got one there with Roger.
They've got the Blink Dagger now as well on CCNC, so this could be one where they look to make constant plays and make that space for PyCat, but they are falling pretty far behind. This Sven is almost 3k ahead of Phantom Lantern. That is definitely not where you want to be on a PL versus Sven in the matchup.
Ramses, Masker Madness, SMY. Level 12, he's got that second point in the God Strength.
We don't even have a Yasha.
16 minutes in.
Not even a Yasha finished up for PyCat yet.
I mean, this Sven is just going to be able to cut through them all, and of course the War Cry is going to be so nice for sort of keeping heroes alive on VP's lineup against PyCat, maybe trying to find that support in the backlines. There's going to be the chance for Ramses to keep his team safe.
All of Optic. Poised bottom. They get the glimpse on PPD.
He's in trouble. Once again, quick glimpse back and a burst from no one.
Just solo things, right? Always being in the right place at the right time to find those pickups when he's playing Disruptor.
Yeah, over the years, Solo's Disruptor has arguably been the best in the game.
Yeah, and Pain, honestly, when Duster was playing that Disruptor, he was playing it very similar to Solo style. Just always be in the right place. Your life doesn't matter so much. Look how you see how Solo's leading the charge to try to find those instances. He's just trying to find any type of pickup because they also know they're in a pretty commanding position right now with this lead.
And look, just found another glimpse. He's going to be able to get onto the Visage. They've dropped the Static Storm down. Zai's also trapped in here. Exorcism comes out. Zion 33 is in so much trouble. They'll fall. And PPD rules up. He's in trouble as well. VP collapse around the Rubik. Take another. I mean, just as we were saying, Solo just sets it all up, goes in, gets the glimpse, and bam, the rest of VP. They are just so perfect as a unit. They're ready to follow in,
and that's also
take one by one down on Optic.
Yeah, the wards that they placed from earlier, right? They had that high ground vision there, so Solo, he knows he's playing very confident. He has the information of Optic pretty much completely, and he's just like, all right, which one do I want to glimpse? I kind of can pick and choose. It's the perfect target.
How do you play against a team like this? It's everything that VP are doing is just done to perfection.
It is seeming very difficult. Optic now very far behind. His 10k gold advantage. Look, 10k experience as well.
Look how far both Ramses and No One are. They are so far ahead right now. Ramses, once he gets the BKB, he's absolutely invincible.
Yeah. Look, he's not even
getting already down bottom. Again, Optic, they're sort of split up around the map. Zai gets caught out again. The glimpse. CCC gets a nice blink count.
Nice.
We'll give him a little clap for that one.
But they put this safe lane Visage, and we've seen 33, what he can do on this Visage. He absolutely can pop off, but in this game, you see how much VP focused on him. He's got 5 deaths, which is pretty different for when Optic's playing this hero. Usually it's him just having a very calm kind of game. Either he's like 10-1 or he's like 3-1 with tons of building damage. But they're focusing killing this Visage over and over again because I don't think they're afraid, to be honest, of the Phantom Lancer. They drafted this Sven to deal with the PL. They're like, all we need to really worry about is this Visage not taking too many buildings, going out of control, and they've done that.
Look who's being hunted up top. Pasha with the epicenter straight in onto Pasha. Burrow strike onto him. Rotovates on the Ancient Seal to hold him down. Pycat just wiped off the map. And I mean, Ramses is having a great time playing against the neutrals and creeps. His team's got 19 kills. He's 2-0-1. He's not having to do anything.
170 last.
He's chilling. He's just hitting the creeps. He's going to be there if they do struggle as the game goes on, VP. But at the moment, it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
It's starting to become very natural for VP to literally just like take over, just snowball out of control in this one. They're all playing very aggressively. You look at Optic, they are kind of stuck right now. It looks like they just need to make some smoke plays to try to catch back up in this one because it's just becoming worse and worse and worse, giving up kills.
Let's see where they look to head next. Optic Gaming, but they're 11,000 gold behind at just 19 minutes in. They are grouped up.
They're just going in the Roche pit. They've got Exorcism, they've got God Strength. They want to take a fight around here.
It will be scanned out. So Optic, they're aware, and they immediately go for the smoke play, but it's a hard area to fight in.
Let's see if they can make this happen. They have vision of Solo on the high ground here. They could maybe try for something.
No one's got a full Solo crest, so he's incredibly tanky on this DP. They will find indeed Solo on the side. They are committing straight onto it, but the Roshan's already been taken down. Ramses gets the Aegis, now the rest of VP coming. Pasha falls forward, jumps forward with the Blink Burrow strike, gets two of them. On the side, Ancient Seal down onto BPD. That's the Rubik gone. VP, they're chasing down for more. They look towards 33. 33 surrounded, will get the familiar stuns off, but the damage from Ramses is too much. Double kill for Roger. There's two dead on Optic. CCNC trying for the TP out. Will he make it? He won't. The stuns back online for Ramses. He's caught out. 3 dead on Optic Gaming. No one now godlike.
9-0-7 on Death Prophet. He's got all the items that you want as a Death Prophet when you're like when you don't want to buy that BKB too early. He's got everything. He's got Hood, Solar Crest, Duels, just an absolutely flawless game coming up.
It's not just the DP. Ramses 2-0-4. No one 9-0-7. Pasha 1-0-15. None of the cores on VP have died this game.
Kirsch Pasha, they're gonna try going on him.
They're trying. Is this gonna be the... No, he's got...
4-step stun up.
He's out of there.
And he's gone.
Having a force and a blink at 20 minutes in on that Sand King will do that. He can slide around them as much as he wants.
And that was Optic. They killed the Disruptor at the start of the fight. God's Strength had worn out. They still had some of the Exorcism though, so they start collapsing on top. And look at Zai and Pycat on the bottom right of the fight there. They can't even get involved. They're starting to walk in, and then Pykat's like, I'm gonna throw a Lance, and then see ya. Nothing he can do to walk into that. It's just too much damage, and his hero's just not ready to fight. He's going for the S&Y build to try to be tanky, but look at this. Roger's gonna...
Is it solo kill?
Is it solo kill? It's a solo kill by Roger.
And he's out. The all chat's coming out on that one. Absolutely. Pasha dropping a couple of Lakard Matatargs on him. And the tip as well. I mean, on the plus side, Optic, they might have got another chest unlocked after this game, after the series. You know, they might have got a few Trust of the Benefactors as well.
Yeah. Brutal so far, and the full BKB now. Also for Ramses, I mean, it's 14k lead. They're not giving up any kills. When was the last time they actually got one? It was, okay, yeah, they did get Solo, of course. They got Solo and then Roger at the 17-minute mark, but it's been a while. They're not giving any of these opportunities, VP.
And those kills on the supports, they pretty much mean nothing.
Yeah, they're not worth that much at all, especially when VP can get the Roche, and now they've got God Strength, they've got BKB, they've got Exorcism, they've got all the tools to try to pressure this high ground. It's a 15k gold advantage,
oh,
why not?
Go. Ramses is heading over. Again, they've got the glimpse onto Zai. Epicenter's going to be coming in as they look to find the lockdown onto Shrek, and they've got it. Zai's gone. Exorcism out, as they are more than ready to push in on the bottom lane. What can Optic do to stop this sort of a push? At this stage of the game, 22 minutes in, VP coming in hard on this bottom lane. The fortification will be popped. But what can Optic do? With the ghosts out, Warcry's there available for Sven, as well as the BKB. CCNC tries to jump on, but straight away the reaction from Pasha. Immediately with the bow strike, CCNC's just gone. 33 tries to back up. He gets glimpsed back. Solo with the control. There's a double kill for no one. There'll be a buyback on CCNC. He's trying to get back into this. The VP, they'll just calmly, casually back out. They'll go in whenever they want to. They can do whatever they want in this stage of the game. It's 17k lead.
They're saying it themselves. That's playing. That's playing to win.
Absolutely is. It absolutely is. This is quite remarkable to see from VP. Not necessarily unexpected. There was sort of worries if VP were going to be able to do this against Optic. Sure, this is just one game at the best of 5, but this is game 1. It's a very hard-hitting way for Optic to enter into this grand finals.
And it's Optic getting their Leshrac, getting their Visage. Sure, this time it wasn't a Leshrac core, but they got heroes that they've been playing over and over again throughout all of this in VP.
But on the plus side, that might mean if this game does indeed continue to be in VP's hands, that we might see them change up stuff. We might not see any more Dragon Knights, so that could be nice, you know. There sort of should be the off-put of drafting that one again. But we'll see. There's still time left in the game. The game still is going. They did manage to keep their racks alive down bottom.
They did. It was a buyback from CCNC.
Sure.
Still quite costly. I mean, they don't really have a whole lot of gold to be working with anyway. I mean, Roger is on CCNC's tail. He's 100 gold away from him on the Skywrath.
Sort of, yeah, because of the way the game's been going as well. Pycat getting the S and Y before anything like a defusal, so sure, he's got a little bit more survivability, but there isn't sort of that damage that allows the PL to just overrun the supports in these fights. The physical damage is just not really there for Optic Gaming, and they're going to need it, because there's a BKB now on no one, as well as Ramses.
And we saw this Warcry playing a big factor in this.
It's a lot of armor.
It's a lot of armor when Visage tries to go in and pop. It's like, sure, the Sven is incredibly good versus PL, but Visage too. You try to use your familiars, and everybody just kind of stands in it with plus 20 armor.
Here we go. The cooldowns are available again for VP.
Level 18 Sven. No one is, okay, 17. Aegis gets reclaimed, but they've got the Blink Dagger now too on Ramses, so double initiation.
And in they go. There's some racks. There's nobody here. So they'll just start hitting them. And Optic, I mean, they know that they can't really hold this. They're not even going to try. They're not even going to turn up for this.
Pycat's contesting the T2 top, but they just, I think they're just recognizing that they cannot fight into Exorcism. They can't fight into Exorcism, God Strength. It's far too much. And the Rex is left at 20 HP.
All right.
Okay, now he gets it.
There we go. No one casually just going back in to finish that off.
Yeah, he thought the Ghosts were going to get it. Optic, though, you can see how much pressure they're under, though. They're not even trying to make these aggressive plays now. They're just trying to split up the map and get as much as they can because of how big a deficit. I mean, 18K, 25 minutes is pretty ridiculous. It's also, you know, 18K, you usually, when you do see that, you usually look at the experience and it's not as much. But in this game, it's also a 20,000 experience lead.
Yeah, this is just no messing around from Virtus Pro.
I mean, look at Solo. This is the Solo that we see when he's winning the game. 5 salves. He's ready to go for that high ground and just keep everybody topped off.
Still got that tier 2 to take up top and in the middle lane for VP. So we'll see where they'll head off to next. In terms of the itemization, Pycat is trying to get that Shadow Blade online.
He's trying to get to the back line to the fight to kill these supports, kill the Disruptor of the Skywrath right away, and then try to outnumber. That's like the only way that Optic can even have a chance, is just starting this fight with an advantage in numbers, but VP's just not giving them the chances at all. Their lanes are in great position, of course, because they've got a Rax bottom now too. Ramses is just freely pushing out top because he's got no risk of dying when he's got this BKB.
He really is an absolute master. 17,000 net worth. This is, I mean, they are absolutely showing us that Sven, he can work. I mean, sure, it's in the hands of VP. So, you know, I'm sure Ramses can convince us a lot of heroes can work. Yeah, he's making the Sven look very, very good.
They ran into the group stages too.
Yeah,
and they did make it work.
Yeah. And it always was, it's sort of in the past. We know that Ramses, his Sven has always been one of the strongest in CIS.
Yep, and on paper, like you're saying, like on paper, the hero can be very good, and he's been executing it perfectly. Like we said, 0 deaths on the cores of VP, so it's gonna make your Sven life pretty good. How long for that Roche? 20 seconds till we find out. Optic, they have fully pushed out that bottom wave all the way to VP's base, so that's a well-executed lane push coming out from Optic. And they're just trying to buy time. They're just trying to farm up. They know they're just way weaker. And now I believe it's very close to level 18 coming out for no one. And
they know he's there.
They know.
Yeah, no one was spam pinging that. It's like there's someone hiding in the trees. And indeed they know. They're straight in.
Did they see the auras? I think they saw the auras on the creeps. I think maybe it was the pipe aura or the dominator aura from the tree lines, because I don't believe they threw a scan afterwards, but
The next label plays.
And at the same time, Ramses finds Zai.
Yeah, now
on his
he
own.
jumps on the high ground by himself.
Straight in. He's untouchable. He absolutely is. There's nothing they can do about this Sven. There's nothing they can do pretty much about any of the cores on VP's lineup at the moment. As we've seen for the whole game, they just can't kill them.
Level 3 Exorcism. No one even instantly uses a Crypt Swarm. Make sure he covers that Exorcism. Maybe that could have been the way that PPD gets back to steal that, but...
Trying to head in, stun from Zai will not catch anybody on VP as they're able to juke it to the side. No one just standing his ground. He's got the BKB, he's got the Yule set to the Solar Crest. Lots of things to keep him alive. CCNC will try and open onto him, but there's Pasha coming in with the combo. Ramsey's there with a tag team. Optic Gaming lose 2. Straight away, they're going to lose PyCap potentially as well. He's trying to find Roger, but Roger can just turn and beat him down with the magical burst.
They're going to call it, yeah.
They absolutely are. GG is